Hey there, I'm Chaz from Board Game Geek, and I'm here with Matt from DeVere, who's going to be telling us all about the Color Monster. So, thanks for joining me, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
This is a wonderful, wonderful presentation here, so I'm dying to know what this game is all about.
All right, great. Well, by the way, that's a tough act to follow, so I'm going to try to do my best here. And this is almost the complete opposite of what you saw before.
Okay.
Definitely not rated R stuff. This is a game based on an international best-selling children's book of the same name, The Color Monster. It's sold millions of copies worldwide so far. And in the game and the book, the basic idea is the Color Monster is confused about what emotions he's feeling and what kinds of things trigger those emotions. This is a game for very young children, by the way, for 3 and 4 year olds.
Okay.
And for parents who are gamers who want to introduce their kids to gaming.
Okay.
Okay. And so what's going to happen during the game is the girl is trying to help the Color Monster figure out all these different emotions he's feeling. So he's going to move around the board by rolling the dice. Let's imagine he rolled a 2. He's going to go 1, 2.
Okay.
Now he's going to land on a color that's affiliated with an emotion. So these emotions are yellow for happiness, black for fear, red for anger, blue for sadness, and green for calmness or tranquility.
Okay.
Okay. So then there's a little bit of a memory element to the game, and it's also cooperative, by the way.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is take these chips with the colors and try and put them into the right jars to sort out those emotions.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say I take black chip, and I'm going to guess that this one is the one I want, but it's red. I missed.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll put this chip back. But now we have to remember that this is the black one, or this is the red one. So maybe on the next turn, I roll a 1, and I go here, and I get this red chip, and I properly put it in. And if we,
look at that.
Yeah, and if we manage to properly identify all 5 of the emotions as a team, we win.
Okay.
But the really good part about this game is that before you get to take the chip, you have to say something that makes you feel that affiliated emotion. All right, and so like if my son, he goes here and he wants this red chip, I would ask him, so tell me something that makes you feel angry, and he may say, well, when my little brother broke my toy, right? Okay, or maybe my son, he doesn't really want to speak on his own behalf, so you could say, tell me something that makes the Color Monster angry, and he said, oh, well, when his dad makes him go to bed too early, right? And it goes the other direction too, because I'm going to have to answer when I land on these spaces. And so maybe I would have to tell my son something that, makes me angry, and it shows him that I'm feeling these same emotions, and that,
Kind of facilitates that communication.
Exactly, and that's the key, right? Is great opportunity to sit down and have a nice dialogue with your kids, get a little bit of insight into what is making them tick.
Yeah.
And then you can use that information later to kind of help them process those emotions, and then it's a great teaching tool.
Yeah.
A great tool. We get a lot of comments from in shows and things from people who deal with preschool kids or psychologists and so forth who
I could see this in an educational, like a school environment too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
So it's a very simple game, but we've got nice heavy wooden pieces for little hands, and everybody knows that kids can be rough on games, so these pieces will hold up, and they can also be cleaned. Right?
I was going to mention, I wanted to show the camera this again in case we didn't see it, that the jars have a slot on top, and so you actually take the monster and slot it inside to put him in the jar, which has just the really rewarding little tactile experience there.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention there's another element too, which is the girl who's trying to help the Color Monster. So sometimes you may mistakenly reveal one of these confusion jars. Where's one? Okay, right like that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you roll here, and the girl comes up, she can go to the space where the monster is. And she holds his hand and says, okay, it's all right, don't worry. And turn the confusion jar back over, because if you accidentally reveal all 3 confusion jars.
I was going to ask if there were 5 colors, whether
right.
more jar. Okay.
You have to empty out all your jars and start over.
Oh my. Okay.
So she goes and she says, it's okay.
So there are some gentle stakes there for the players to work together.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
For sure.
Nice.
And if the monster goes to a jar where the chip has already been placed, you can. He has to still answer, but you get to roll again and have an opportunity to move to another one. So maybe he needs to figure out where blue is.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's Color Monster. We just got our first shipment. It landed in the port this week, so it'll be going into distribution next week. We'll start shipping. We're about sold out, but we've got another print run coming. We've sold so far about 50,000 copies of this worldwide since October.
Amazing.
So it's going to be a big hit for us this year. We're very excited about it. And if you're a gamer, you have kids, and you want to introduce them and have a nice talk with them about their emotions, it's a great way to do it. Color Monster.
Indeed, yeah, that is great to hear. So
Okay.
thank you so much for producing and sharing this with us. And yeah, definitely keep an eye out for the Color Monster, especially if you want to use it to facilitate communication with your kids.
That's right. Thanks.